lovely ladies, handsome gents, whoever wanted to join me this evening. My name is Jade if this is your first time here. Today I'm going to show you guys how to achieve a loc bun. The loc bun has been my friend during this journey, especially when I first started. I actually have a picture of when I had shorter locks. I still did the loc bun the same way that I'm going to show you how to do it now. There's several ways to do a loc bun, but I'm going to show you the best way that I do it. And after that, you can just throw on some earrings, some lip gloss, lipstick, a little bit of makeup if you want. Do your edges. You could throw on a headband. And you got to look, sis. You can really dress up a loc bun. It can be classy, it can be sexy, it can be sporty, it can just be something quick so that you can get to work, you know. And it's definitely good also for this winter season because you can put the loc bun on and then you can put on a satin lined hat as you go outside, and then when you take your hat off you still have a style under there that you don't have to really mess with too much. The bun also helps me to seal in some of the moisture so my hair is just not just out in the weather. Locks especially need to be careful when it comes to this winter season. Let's get into it. First things first, moisturize. So now that my locks got a little bit longer, I'm going to show you guys how I do it with my medium locks. And I only use hair ties. Different kinds of hair ties if I want to. Sometimes, depending on like how my locks are just shaped that day, sometimes it's easier for me to use the skinnier hair ties or the slightly thicker ones. You know, these are still kind of fairly skinny, but anyway, usually I can accomplish this look with just one hair tie. Sometimes I'll use two, again, depending on how my locks are growing, the state of my locks, my new growth. Right now, I'm in between retwists, so you can see that I have quite a bit of new growth, which I love this look as well with locks. Also, when I do my loc buns, I usually have some of my bang in the front, and I also have a little bit of loose locks in the back, which I will show you because I don't really believe in forcing my locks into any style that they just don't fit in. So first thing I do is I kind of like split my hair off from the front to the back. So I'll do about half of my hair roughly. And when I do that, I pretty much can tell which locks are going to hang down. Because I like to kind of make it somewhat even, I might just pull down a few around my edges, and I usually pull down the ones that I consider my sideburns. Just to make it a little bit even, or to accomplish the look I want. Sometimes I might want more of a bang look, and then sometimes I don't want that much of a bang look. Just depends on just how I'm feeling that day. I think I'm kind of liking this. Pull down my sideburns. And then I begin kind of like finger combing my locks up. I don't squeeze too hard, but I do squeeze enough that I have a grip on all of the locks. It also depends on where you want your bun to be. I'm putting this bun about a few inches from the very top of my head. I kind of feel like it's like not the very top, but at the top of like this knot I have right here on my head is where I usually put my bun. So I continue to comb all the way around with my finger just to make sure that all of the locks are one in the ponytail, and also that to know that they're not like bent under or not all the way, you know, elongated out into my ponytail. Rude. Once I do that, I either can go ahead and put this hair tie on it like so. And I don't make it too tight. Like, I really only do one twist of the hair tie. Now this right here is actually a look for me as well. Half up, half down. But if I want to go continue and go further, I will continue to go further. So then I take the bottom of my hair. Make sure you guys can see. And I kind of just push them up. To my ponytail. And the same deal with the back as with the front. When it comes to my bangs, I will say we like to call it the kitchen or the bottom of my hair. The few that fall out, I kind of just let them. It's usually along the back row because they're just not long enough to go up into the bun. But I kind of like this look also. I kind of like that little bit coming down around the back. It's kind of cute. It's a little bit sporty. It's not like a neat look. So I actually like that look. But if you don't want that, I'm also going to show you how to pin up your locks as well. And then the same deal, I kind of finger comb gently my locks up. Until they're all into the bun. I do not squeeze hard. Like, you do not have to be super tight, especially if you're at the medium lock stage. And then I just take my hair tie and I put it over once around the first ponytail and the ponytail that I'm creating in the back. So the locks that are coming up. And I also take this and I do my one loop, but I don't pull my hair all the way through. So what I do for my bun is I gently, because you don't want it to pop either. You just gotta start over, that's all. But I gently just pull them around and I make it into like a halfway pull through. I have one lock sticking up. And that's not a problem, I just stick it in. Now, when your locks aren't just long enough, like mine, just yet to be in a smooth bun, what you can do is get some bobby pins and pin them into your locks. So the loose ones, you will just pin in, which I'll show you in a moment when I show you how to put up your extra locks. And this is the messy bun look. I personally stop here. I like the little bit of disheveled look. I feel like it's a little bit sporty. It's kind of funky, it's kind of cute, it's kind of, you know, it can be sexy. You can really do anything with a lock bun like this at this point. If you want to be a little bit extra, you could add in, I have satin ponytails here, and sometimes I'll just take them and put it in the base of my lock bun. It just gives it a little bit of extra style, design to it. Now, if you want your lock bun to be a little bit neater, you can use bobby pins. I got these at Walmart. Regular bobby pins. Or you can use the snap clips. Personally, I like to use the snap clips because they're just faster and easier. But most people probably like a nice look of a bobby pin because the bobby pins are more hidden. They make it look a little bit more neater. So I'm going to show you how to do it with the bobby pins. I don't know if you guys know this, but you're supposed to put the bobby pins in this way. like this part hooks into your hair. It makes it just look a lot smoother, more put together. So I take the bobby pins, open them a little bit, just like this, with your finger, stick them right into the bun on the lock that you want to lay down. You push it through. And it cleans it up. Do it again on this side. Open your bobby pin up. Put together the locks that I want to smooth out in my bun. And probably gonna be hard for you to see this, but you hook the bottom of the bobby pin underneath the lock that you want to secure into the bun, and I kind of pull it toward the bottom of the bun as well in this case because they're kind of sticking upward. So I'm gonna pull it toward the bottom, stick it in, and that kind of cleans up the look a little bit. You know, if you want to have it more security in your lock bun, I might even go ahead and put one more at the back of the bun. I hope you guys can see. Again, hook it at the base. And then you kind of just squeeze it together. One beautiful thing about black hair is that it's moldable. You can pretty much shape it into what you want, you know. You might still have a few flyaways, but it gives it character. And then you can also add in your satin ponytails. If you want to pin up the rest of your hair, I'm going to show you how to do that with these snap clips, which is pretty self-explanatory, but you open up your clips like so, and say I want to put my bangs back. You could just, my bangs probably long enough to just be put into the bun, but if your bangs aren't at that point, like mine wasn't a few months ago, I pretty much take these locks, I put them in a clump, not a clump, but I just put them together at the ends, one to my head, and I hold it down. And take my snap clip, and I don't have to go all the way to my scalp. I just need to attach these to my other locks that are being laid down. And it probably is too thick to go all the way to the bottom of your hair anyway. And you snap them into your hair. And actually I haven't worn a bun in a while, and I'm realizing that my bangs definitely got longer because they could have just been put right into this little bun. Because they don't want to stay together, which is no problem. You just add another clip. That solves that problem. Here's the snap clips on one side. And say you want to get a little creative, put some color into your hair. I have some colorful ones too. You could do the same thing. If it works out where they are not super thick and you can clump them together to put them back. Before I could only reach them, like this one can only reach pretty much here to the base of this bun. Now my hair's a little bit longer. So technically I could have just put that into the bun, but for the sake of this video, I'm gonna snap them like this together, put them on the side of my hair. I'm just gonna tuck this little baby. You have some color in your hair. I personally like them kind of coming down into a design. Sometimes I like zigzag them. I got real creative with my clips when I couldn't, when I had to use them pretty much if I wanted a bun that was all the way up. And then same for the back. I like to use my bigger ones, snap clips. Open them up. Let's see how well this works out, because again, I haven't done this in a while. I mean, they might be long enough to go in there, but I just put them up, stick them together. Open your snap clip, slide it underneath, slide this piece underneath your locks. You don't have to go to the base of your head, just need to connect to other locks. Snap it down, and now you have a smooth look in the back. I'm gonna add this little flyaway piece. Here you go. Okay. If you don't like the look of the snap clips, you can totally do this whole look with just the bobby pins. Same deal. You just stick your bobby pin underneath your locks. It does not have to go to the base of your head. It just needs to connect to another lock that is in the bun. Once I'm comfortable with my bun and how it looks, I do my edges. And guys, I don't really like my edges to look so crispy. I like it to look fairly natural, so I don't really like manipulate the look of my edges too much, especially when I'm in between retwists, because I just feel like that's very pointless. The rest of my hair doesn't look well put together, like looks so neat. So for me, just to have the edges looking like curtains doesn't make sense to me. And a little bit of lip gloss and some earrings. Do your makeup if you want. And this is the look.